Welcome back, guys. So today we're going to be taking a look at the RetroUSB AVS and the brand new NES pin connector for it. So depending upon when you bought your AVS, this may be something you need to get. So we'll talk about that more in a moment. But to open your AVS, you just need to remove the screws in the bottom. There's 4 of them. And it's a number 2 Phillips head screwdriver you will need. Pretty simple stuff. To take the top off, it's not too hard, but you do have to be careful. You need to make sure the power button is pushed in, and then you kind of slide forward to release the edge from the controller ports. It can be a kind of a pain. You don't want to force it too hard because you don't want to break anything in there. But it may feel like you're possibly going to break something. But as long as you push it forward while you're popping it off, it should come off pretty easily. So just be careful with that. And you see it looks identical, but there are some differences here. So this has longer pins on the connector. The reason being is that the pins on the original connector on the AVS were a little shorter. As you can see in this picture, a lot of carts have this green strip on the bottom to where the pins don't go all the way to the edge. And the AVS had a hard time playing some of those games. Ones that I know of for sure were like Dragon Warrior 1, Kid Nicky, a handful of games that just had an issue and you would have to wiggle them around, and this corrects that. And as you can see here, it does have the revision that it was from November 2nd, 2016. My original was from 2015, and you could see some slight differences with the pins. So pretty easily, this thing just pops right in. Just got to line up the pin connector on the bottom to that port, and it slides right in. And I'll show you right here, there are a couple guides, pieces of plastic that guide where this goes. So just make sure you line that up. And as you saw there, the power buttons kind of came out of place. You just have to line that up and make sure it's back in before you put the top shell back on. So that's pretty simple. Now, if you purchased your AVS straight from RetroUSB, they should have notified you that you can get this. If you bought yours, secondhand or, off of eBay, or you got it as a gift or something, you may not know that there was a revised pin connector. So the pin connector essentially is free, but they do charge a penny for it and then shipping. So not exactly free, but close enough. For a couple bucks, you can get the brand new pin connector, and it is pretty tight. It needs to be loosened up a little bit over time. Typically on the old pin connector, I never had much of an issue. This one just needs to be loosened up a little bit, I would suppose, from playing with it. So there you go. Brand new pin connector. Easy install. I'll put a link in the description so you can go ahead and purchase that if needed. Smash that like button, and I will catch y'all next time. Boom!